Welcome to the Lentswe podcast at Transnet. Today we are broadcasting live from Kodo Sport, that's in Pretoria, at the Transnet Engineering plant. Here they're hosting TE Industry Day, where we have our different stakeholders, potential customers, and some of our GMs just talking about all the work that's happening in this beautiful and busy plant of ours. And if you can see, watching from home or from work, I'm sitting very comfortably in what looks like a private jet, but it is not. It is actually a locomotive. And this is some of the work that we do here at Transnet. And to tell us a bit more about the vision and all the work that goes into this beautiful plant is Mr. Tshwanelo Zack Tswai, the GM of Engineering at Transnet Engineering. Welcome to Lentswe.
Well, thank you.
How are you today?
I'm fine. Bit nervous for now, but I'll be fine.
Okay, how are you going to be nervous when you're sitting so comfortably in this beautiful chair that your team have helped to bring to life?
Yeah, actually, that's what makes me relax.
Is it?
Yeah. Let me just give you the concept of this coach here.
Thank you.
So here we're trying to come up with the different opportunities that we can give out there. If you come and say, I want the best out of the best, you can have this as a presidential suite where you can have your highest client into it. And at the end of it as well, as you can see towards the end of this coach, you'll have us normal people that will be able to rail in. So as it goes, it's got different, it actually feeds everybody in our country.
Wow.
From there to up there.
Okay.
So as you look up, you'll see on the side here we've got the rail that is a normal train.
Okay.
A normal day to day. And if you look on this side here, you'll have a upper class where you are able to put your stuff up.
Luggage compartments.
Luggage compartment.
Okay.
Just like you have in a plane.
Yes.
It's exactly that.
Okay.
You look at the chair that you're sitting in. You can recline.
Actually, didn't try it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it swivels as well.
Okay.
So it does all that. And if you look further, there are different other sittings that will not be into the same sitting that we're sitting in. So it's different offerings for different clients at the same time. So at the back there, it's where you go and sit and have something to drink.
Okay.
As you go further, there's a relieving place where you can relieve yourself. So, but all these things can be, if you say, I need a coach of this magnitude, we give you that. If you need a coach of high class, we give you that.
Okay.
We also, you can see, we put the mat here of a blue train. This is what you see in a blue train. We also are the maintainer of the blue train as it's currently running. Okay. So we go from luxurious into the normal economic classes. Okay,
so this is just a glimpse into some of the work that you do here.
This is a glimpse of what kind of offerings we can be able to offer you.
And Tshwanelo, earlier on in the main program, we heard the Transnet Engineering CE, Ms. Besi Mabunda, just talk about the capabilities and the different streams of work that happen here at TE. And she said there's 8 different factories across the country where all the magic happens. And can you just tell us more about your work as the GM?
Okay.
Just let us into what a typical day looks like here at TE.
Okay. Yeah, so we've got these 6 centers. One is the Scooter Sport, which is our main center. Okay. And we've got the Durban Center, where we build those 23 E-class that you just did the interview on.
Yes.
We've got the Bloemfontein, where we build the wagons, different wagon types of wagons there. You've got your Utenik, where we also do different types of wagons and other components, your wheels and other stuff. You've got Salt River, where we also do locomotives. Smaller scale, your pepper maintenance, we do it there. Your wheels, we do there. Rotating machines, we do there. If you look in Germiston, we do different projects. We're currently running with a Sasol project, Sasol 16 that we built from scratch. We've done the Sasol 128 that we just concluded in Germiston. And we're also busy, do wheels. We also do work for Sable, which is a Zimbabwe-based company. Okay. So my day, it's making sure that all of these plants are running.
From here?
From here.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got the team that around the country in each of the centers at the executive level manager. All of them are running their own businesses within the manufacturing. It's quite big. I've got the staff complement of 2,880 employees that are manufacturing. And we've got 194 under the maritime. Now, coming to maritime, it's a business that we started, like I said earlier on. We will normally move a train from the mine all the way through the rail, and we get it into the port, and we leave it there, and we come back. Either we're carrying container, or we're carrying coal, or we're carrying iron ore, whatever that is there. I'm saying, what is it that difficult under the engineering knowledge that you have? Are we not even be able to assist TPT and TNPA in any other engineering department that they might need assistance on? So we've moved into that space, and that space allows us to say, what is it that we can be able to do, and trying to find a niche in that. Once we've found a niche, we can then drop many other things that are not such significant and just concentrate on that niche. For instance, you saw there's a trailer outside.
Yes.
The trailer allows us to, we build it from scratch, from paper.
Okay.
From there, the design to cutting a piece of metal, machining it, cutting it, bending it. Eventually it becomes what you see out there. So there's only a few things that we don't do on the trailer. For instance, the bulkheads that are there will come from a different OEM. The wheels will come from somebody else.
Okay.
The braking system will come from another OEM. So we work in collaboration. We go out on different tender processes just to get those components for us to be able to work on. But the putting together and the testing, then that's my team from beginning to the end. So that's where we work from. Then that we then follow through in terms of after manufacturing, we then do maintenance at the port. We make sure that on daily basis they are able to run. After a certain period, they will then bring it back instead of just looking for other people to do it, because we manufactured it. We can be able to go and remanufacture, put more life into it, and give it to them back, and be available, whether it's the components, parts, as the other things wear out. We are there to assist in making sure that we have those things available. Recently, there was a shutdown in the ore line on Tipla.
Okay.
I had my people, employees, on that site, making sure that we have, we manufactured here the wheels for the Tipla.
Okay.
From a billet, from a block, and manufactured it by machining, drilling, and any other thing that we needed to do. We've got two types of it, the one with the flange and with the one with no flange, and we've done all of them. And that Tipla now runs on the wheels that we've manufactured ourselves. So no longer. And we also have gone on TNPA, where we say, where else on this boat that you are doing, what can we do? We don't want to do everything, but we can find something that we can be able to assist with you just for a turnaround time. We've got when we were building a lot of locomotives here a few years ago, we had created a capacity that we should be able to work with TPT and TNPA without even having to go outside. They will get that support within, and that is quicker. As long as we've got material, we are able to machine this thing using the engineering capability.
Capabilities.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a mouthful, and you sound like a proud father talking about all the work that you do, talking about your team, and engineering is at the heart of what we do
It's
here
at
at
the heart,
Transnet,
yes.
because you've spoken about already 2 different ODs, TNPA, TPT, where they're getting support. And you've also spoken about how TE comes in to help with the maintenance of the pedal paper train,
Yeah.
the blue train as well.
Yeah.
So there's this collaboration between what TE does and basically maintaining our rail network
assets.
and our rail assets. So just to step back a bit, because you've said a lot, a mouthful from you. You sound
Thank
like a proud parent. I can see it on your face, talking about all the work that you're doing, and it is so much. But at the core of it is just that engineering is at the heart of everything we do at Transnet. And you've already spoken about 2 ODs, TNPA, TPT, and those are our coastal operations. But let's step back a bit and then try and skin this elephant, and just to break it down about the core work. You are in manufacturing, so that means exactly that. You are the makers or the manufacturers, but you're also talking about also the maintenance of projects such as the Pelo Paper and the Blue Train.
Yeah.
And this is part of the daily work that you do. And then you also spoke about 2 very interesting customers, Sasol
Yeah.
and a company in Zambia, you said. So
Civil.
this is all falls part of your portfolio.
Yeah.
You're dealing with customers, you're dealing with our sister ODs,
Yeah.
while
Our employees.
our employees, while running the ship,
Yeah.
the train in this instance. Okay, so what is the core mandate of TE, Transnet Engineering?
Well, depending where you're coming from, the core mandate is to make sure that rolling stock is available. I think that's the key. We've got 180.6 million tons that we need to see railing for this financial year.
Wow.
And for TE is to make sure that the assets are available. And we talk about all different types of assets. We talk about locomotives, talk about wagons. And if we don't make them available, you will not be able to meet the 180 million tons, 0.6 million tons. So ours is to make sure that these assets are reliable, they are accessible at all times when TFR requires them. Now, how do we get that? All this runs behind all the planning that we do in terms of having material available for us to be able to maintain and make sure that these assets are available. So those planning come into place. We need the capacity, which is mostly will be your people, to make sure that we have them available to be able to maintain. So we need to make sure that we do things at cost effective. That's another mandate that we have to do, making sure that we running within the budget and not exceeding, safely so as well. Make sure that our employees are safe, and we don't want to see incidents that could result in a loss of life. So we make sure that we keep our employees safe.
I actually like that so much, because safety is one of our values at Transnet.
Yeah.
And running a team of so many people across the country, how are you enforcing that message every day in this busy environment where everything is happening at the plant? You're dealing with different heavy machinery. How are we reinforcing that message that we can do this job successfully but remaining safe?
Yeah, that's critical, and thanks for that, because if our teams are not safe or they're not working safe, then we get injuries. So one of the things, we've got a daily, what you call check-in, sort of a check-in meeting. It happens 8 o'clock daily. There is, we speak about safety. We encourage our teams to come forward with presentations to present what they have improved in the environment. So they can talk about the situation that used to be there, how they've eliminated it, how that improved the lives of the employees that are working within there. We talk about the current status of safety, where we are. We talk about how do we manage safety on a daily basis. And this is, we've got up to the supervisor level that we speak to them. And every Wednesday, I join as well, where the teams will then present their actions and we give them feedback. We've actually gone digital. We used just to vote by that, but now we just go into an app as we look at your presentation.
Okay.
And we do remarks on that app.
Okay.
And we make sure that that gets to be cascaded into the employees. Also, further to that, we encourage employees to go back to basics.
Okay.
There's you will come into the workshop, and because you've been doing this thing more often, you actually start neglecting the safety part of it. And because you are so used to it, and for you, you don't go and think about what the next thing can happen. And an incident can happen within a second. And it can happen when you are not looking, when you think everything, you have it under control, and then something goes wrong. So we try and talk to them every morning. We've got what we call Lentswe in each and every place or businesses out there in the country, where a supervisor will talk about the incident that have taken place and the rectification of it not to occur again, the incident that could have occurred, near misses, and discuss that, come out with the action plans, how to make sure that we prevent them to become the incident.
Wow.
Yep.
Thank you so much. It's like I said, core value at Transnet, not just at TE, but at all our operating divisions. There's something you mentioned that sparked interest in me, using digital platforms to enhance communication, but then also leading such a big part of Transnet, and in this time of, technological advances. How is then TE embracing technology in the work that it does? Something you said earlier when you were talking about the different platforms that you're using to communicate the message of safety to your employees. You spoke how you're using digital platforms and embracing this and an app. And it sparked a thought in me that with this critical work that Transnet Engineering is doing, bringing this core support to our operations at Transnet, to our customers, how are you using technology, digitization to improve, to keep up, to modernize the world of engineering at Transnet?
No, thank you. So I'll take you through a few examples. For instance, we as Transnet Engineering have been a little bit far ahead in terms of the IT technology. We have moved away in most areas from spreadsheets straight into the Power BI. This Power BI, it's where we got our information. We are able to analyze your faults. You are able to analyze data that we've received, and gives you a different view. Now, for instance, if you go into the paper train for a very longest time, when the patient come, they just go and they write into a file.
Yes.
And gets put somewhere else.
Like
Sometime
a typical hospital setting, clinic setting.
Now, what happens is somebody else might come the following time when the same similar patient come in. They can't find the file. You don't remember what script you gave this individual. So it changes the whole thing. So what we've told to them is, look, we can digitize this thing. It's not just a big thing. We can work with you to show you how easy we can put this thing into a system. And be able to, when Tshwanelo do come, exactly by just punching his ID number, you already have got the record. So we started that from scratch, and
so even if Tshwanelo visits the Pep at different stations, his information moves with the train,
knowing that you've got 2 trains that are running currently. So even if you go this time into train 1, next time you go to train 2, you will still get Tshwanelo.
So you've built in this technology in the train.
Built it into the train.
Incredible.
So we've come up with that for the paper. And the Blue Train recently as well, into it, we've now installed a newer system that, unlike in the past where we battled with Wi-Fi, we battled with many other things, we've just made sure that we built in this new technology into it, going into up to which we can use even to count how much alcohol we've used in a bottle.
So that also helps with stock taking in a way.
It can assist you in stock taking.
Okay.
So we've developed all these things. We are running with satellite. As the train runs, we put up the satellite that can be able to, because we get to areas where we are unable to get any network.
Yes.
Then satellite takes over. Or you get to an area where the normal network picks up, then we pick up. So those are things that we've come up into assisting either the blue train or the Palo Paper.
And both trains travel across the country?
Or both trains travel across the country.
Incredible.
Yeah. For now, we're running it weekly within Pretoria and Cape Town. And now and then we do get some of the small trips that we need to do. But mostly it's every Monday it runs to Cape Town. Every Thursday it runs back to Pretoria. We do the maintenance and then it runs again on Monday.
And both these trains are powered by Transnet Engineering.
Oh, hallelujah.
Incredible. And then I heard you speak at the panel, you've spoken about it now, the maritime work and the expansion you're planning to do there. Will you be embracing technology to go further into the ports?
You know, when we established maritime, it was just beyond just doing the repairs. Ours was to get to do these systems, change the way we've been doing things over the years, work on the new technology, bringing into digitization into that space as well. So this is where we are building up to, and we want to make sure that, you know, you sit in one of the straddle carriers, and whenever there is whether a straddle carrier or you're sitting in an RTG, you should be able to, even if you have either a fault, by just sitting there, be able to diagnose, or somebody sitting somewhere as the driver reports a fault through the cell phone.
Okay.
And it runs into somebody else who can tell this person, this is what, try this and try that and try that.
Okay.
And be able to resolve issues without even having to move, but using technology to
and
do
that
so.
saves time
That
and
saves
ensures
time
that
and
safety is not compromised.
Safety is not compromised.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. Okay, so we are going to the Africa Rail Conference this week as a partner and as a major stakeholder in our logistics industry, to carry the message that when South Africa works, Transnet works harder.
Not true.
That's true.
Not true.
That's true.
Yeah. So the message is clear, and luckily myself and the boss will still be presenting there.
Okay.
So we want to continue where we left it off today. We want to showcase our capability to those who did not have the opportunity to come here. I think for me, because we couldn't move this coach to Sandton, we can't move that hauler into Sandton.
Okay.
We can't take all these traction motors and components that you've seen on the floor into Sandton.
For now.
For now.
For now.
But people who managed to come here today, they've got a different story to tell, because they've seen our capability, they've seen things that we are able to do. And that is what is the key to me. The more they see and the more they order, more they come forward.
And they spread the word.
They spread the word, and we can be able to do such for them.
Has this been ordered by a client, or is this a concept?
Look, they will order a different one.
Okay.
They will come for here, and one, previously we had somebody, ministry from Ghana.
Oh, okay.
And he was so much interested in everything that he sees here. So we're looking forward to work with whoever.
Okay.
And there could be somebody else come and say, no, just they've come and say we need just a normal basic
train.
Yes.
And the work, as you've just mentioned, now goes beyond the continent.
It goes.
Beyond the country.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have gone to beyond the continent as well. Don't be scared to say that.
Okay.
We've worked with Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
We've developed wheels shop with them.
Okay.
They came to us for us to be able to develop a wheel shop for them.
Wow.
We had employees that will live here and go work in Saudi Arabia to establish the wheel shop and be able to make sure that the wheel shop runs. In Brazil, we've worked with Brazil previously to do traction motors, which we worked with them there.
Okay.
So within Africa, we have worked with several countries. We assist Botswana now and then.
Yes.
They've got the order now from Botswana for the changing of the braking system.
Okay.
We've got a couple of orders from Sable Zimbabwe.
Yes.
Those
are the customers on the books.
That are on customer books.
Okay.
As I work with, because every week I sign quotations out, I can tell you there is massive of
interest
that we are currently working on.
That's very inspiring.
Yep.
Absolutely inspiring. Thank you so much. And we will see each other in Sandton.
Thank you so much.
But we won't be sitting on the train.
You'll miss the train.
I'll miss this train. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for tuning in, and please do stay in touch. Follow Lentswe on all our social media platforms, and we will be back soon. Thank you.